Immediately I found out what my life's passion was. I started to think that okay, I needed to have a degree, I needed to know how to speak eloquently, I needed to know how to, look good, like be so presentable. I just thought I needed to have all of this checklist before I even start. And for the longest time, I tried to get all of these things, and many of it I didn't even get. What I realized is that I wasted so much time trying to be so perfect before I started, and I eventually didn't start for the longest time. And please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that when you realize that this is something you want to do, like you realize what you want to do, like you shouldn't, try to meet up some checklist, try to learn about it, try to do better, try to, get all the information or to be able to be good at it. That's not the point. But the point is that so many times we have our own mental checklist that we think that it is when we have those things that we will be able to, do the things that we're meant to do, that we'll be able to, be so good, be so perfect that, people would be able to accept us. But that is a big lie. On the journey of trying to be perfect, which I didn't actually get to be, obviously, I realized there's some certain truth, and it opened my eyes to the fact that perfect doesn't cut it. And one of it is that it is in the doing that you actually attain the perfection you want. Perfection in this sense doesn't mean that you won't have weaknesses, obviously, but is perfection in quote, like that's sort of kind of person you're looking up to in your mind to become, like, but it is in doing that you become that person. For the time that you're waiting, thinking that it is when you get the resources that you want to start, it is when you get to know how to speak eloquently that you will start. You will not be able to start at that time, because it is when you start to, put yourself in places that will require it, that will push you to be able to, even as you're learning, you're practicing, it is in those things that would actually, push you to actually do better. It is not just when you sit and wait and just be like, okay, this is when I have XYZ that I'm going to start. It doesn't work that way. It is in doing that, that version of who you want to become starts to manifest. Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, like, putting yourself out there, just like I am doing. I know that I'm just starting out on content creation, but I decided that I'm just going to go the way I am and learn on the journey, like, not awaiting that okay, it is when I learn how to speak eloquently, it is when I know all the words in the dictionary before I start, which is not possible. But as know that I have started, it is pushing me to learn so much more to better my craft, and I'm seeing the changes. Another thing I realized is that as someone who's just starting, if you choose to start as imperfect as you are, you learn so much more than an expert. This can sound funny, but that is just the truth. Like when I'm just starting out with something, there's so much excitement in me to want to know more. I want to push for more. I want to, be better. I'm not saying that when I become so good, I become that version of myself I want to be, then I would actually, relax and won't want to learn more. But there is this sort of unique excitement and, willingness and eagerness that comes with you being a beginner at something. You want to learn as much as you can. You want to take in so much, which has actually helped me in so many ways. So if you choose to start imperfect, it will push you to want to, be eager to learn more. Not just when you relax and wait that okay, maybe you not do the things that you're supposed to do until you attain the version of yourself you want to be, which is not possible. But when you push yourself out there, pushing yourself out there requires you to want to learn more, because you don't want to embarrass yourself, you don't want people to laugh at you, so you want to learn so much more. You'll be eager to want to do those things, and it will, bring up so much excitement in you, like it did for me. So starting imperfect is so beautiful. Like, the thing I realized is that even sometimes the things that we think are stopping us from actually doing the things that we're supposed to do are like the things that make us unique. It may be the way you talk, it may be the way you work, it may be the way you look. Those things that you think that okay are the things that are like a weakness that I need to work on to, before I start that thing. Like immediately you start as imperfect as you are, you realize that people start to point it out and say, okay, maybe that is what I like about you. Like that is what makes you so unique. Like I've seen many other people who do this thing, but this might actually look like a weakness, but it's something that makes you stand out. So starting as imperfect as you are would make people see that unique side of you, that vulnerable side of you. Like to you, you're vulnerable about it, but to others, it's like something new, something different, and actually that would make you even stand out amongst the crowd. So if you decide to start today as imperfect as you are, you would open yourself up to that part of you that will make people love you, that will make people want to listen to you, that will make people want to root for you, support you. So that thing you see as a weakness might be the shining light that would actually bring you out. So what are those things that seem like an imperfection to you? What are those things that you feel like you need to work on, or the things that you need to have before you start? My dear, I just want you to start today. Dare to put yourself in the limelight of success, even with your weaknesses and all of that. I've seen many people successful as a result of not waiting till they got to that version of themselves they feel they have to attain before they start, and it works for them. And this would actually, help you to become better, to do better, to actually start in time, and which would actually help you along the line. You learn so much lessons because now you have the mindset that okay, I'm just starting. And because when you waited like so long to do something, and when you start to think that you have to attain all of the success you're supposed to attain because you've learned so much about it, then automatically then that means you have to be successful. But when you start as imperfect as you are, you give yourself grace that even if you fail or you're successful, you're not so hard on yourself to think that okay, it's because of this, that's why you failed. Or you just take it as a lesson. It's easy for you to just bounce back from it because you realize that okay, you're just trying this out first and it's not something so serious. So start as imperfect as you are. Start as imperfect as you are, just like I'm doing. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I hope this video has been able to bless you. Please kindly subscribe, click on that notification bell. I'm always posting 3 times a week. Please support your girl. I'm always here for your encouragement, inspiration. Thank you very much. I love you. See you some other time. Bye.